meeting to order as president of the school board. And Katie, it is April 24th on a Friday, 2020. And this meeting is called to order. And Katie, if you could take roll call, please.
President Marset.
Here.
Member Donnelly.
Here.
Member Bellamy.
Present. Sorry.
Member Hildy.
Here.
Member Holloman.
Present.
Member Mitchell.
Here.
Member Vacalis.
Here.
Okay. All board members are present. At this time, we have the approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda, or can the agenda be approved as it stands? Okay, I see no changes or dissension, so we will move, the agenda has been approved. First thing on the agenda is the adjournment of the 2019-20 school board, Sinai. And, you know, I know that I've been president for 2 years, and I think the first year it took me that to be able to do it the second year. And I think we've grown as a board. I see this board is working very well together, and this board working very well together, and it's been my pleasure to be president. And I hope that I've served our board members and our community and our school district. I know I've served them. I'm getting emotional. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be here. But it's been my pleasure to be president, and thank you for all your support. And I do have a quote, and I think it's very appropriate for this time in the stage of our education. And it's, "They cannot stop me. I will get my education if it is in the home, school, or any place." And that is by Malala Yousafzai. And tough name, but I thought that was very appropriate for what we were going through today. So I just wanted to share that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this meeting over to Dr. Bishop for the next portion of this, which is the swearing in of our board members and our new officers.
Thank you, President Marset. I can share that, and I certainly have appreciated your leadership. At this time, I would ask that you, President Marset, keep your microphone on, and the rest will shut us off, but I would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you.
And you can.
I was looking for the flag here. Do we have a flag?
I'm sorry, President Marset. I did not have that pulled up. It would take me a few minutes if you want to just do the pledge without it. I'm so sorry.
Okay. And everybody, oh, you're going to let me do it by myself. I was going to have everybody join in with me. So turn off your mics and let's do it together.
All right.
Okay. Ready? I pledge allegiance
to
the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. As the superintendent of the Anchorage School District and temporary chair of the meeting, I would like to call the meeting back to order. And at this time, I would also like Katie to administer the oath of office and swear in our newly elected board members.
Thank you, Dr. Bishop. And at this time, I'd also like to ask all the board members to turn off their videos except for Mr. Donnelly, and we will proceed with the swearing in for Mr. Donnelly. Okay, Mr. Donnelly, if you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alaska.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alaska.
And that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge my duties as a school board member to the best of my ability.
and that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge my duties as a school board member to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Mr. Donnelly, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, Mr. Donnelly, if I could get you to turn off your video, and Mr. Holloman, if I could get you to turn on your video, please. Mr. Holloman, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alaska.
I, Andy Holloman, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alaska.
And that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge my duties as a school board member to the best of my ability.
And that I will honestly, faithfully, and impartially discharge my duties as a school board member to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Mr. Holloman, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and I would now ask that all board members and Dr. Bishop to turn on your videos. And thank you. And now I will turn the meeting back over to Dr. Bishop for the election of officers.
Thank you, Katie. And congratulations and welcome back, Member Holloman and Member Donnelly. I would like to entertain nominations from the board for the slate of officers. Is there?
I nominate, this is Dina Mitchell. I nominate Elisa Michaelis as president and Margot Bellamy as vice president and Andy Holloman as clerk and Star Marset as treasurer.
And I second that.
Right. Are there any objections to the nomination of officers? Seeing none, the motion carries. Are there any objections to the slate of officers being elected? Seeing no objections, the motion carries. Congratulations. I'm now going to turn it over to our new board president, Member Michaelis.
Oh, thank you everybody for stepping up, and I look forward to working with everybody, and I'm excited that we had a board with no turnover this year, so we'll be able to just hit the ground running, and that is going to be awesome. The next item on our agenda is comments. I don't know if anybody has any at this point. Ms. Hildy?
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to thank President, what do you call that? Past President Marset for her 2 years of service, and just take a moment to reflect on some of the things that she has led us through. Like, we started when she came in, there was no past president. She hit the ground running with really pretty stressful labor negotiations, then an earthquake, right? And then like a global pandemic. So I am so proud of her. This past year has been an absolute joy working with her. You guys don't get to see all she does. She has exemplified so many of the traits we want to see in our students: grit, determination, perseverance, and just integrity and like continual learning. And you can just see it when she works. And I'm so thankful for the work she's done strengthening our board. And it's been very intentional and very focused. And I look forward to you guys continuing that good work.
I echo all those comments. Thank you. Board Member Mitchell, you had yours, and then I'll get you next, Andy.
Yeah, I wanted to echo what Member Hildy just said. I have appreciated past President Marset's leadership for the past 2 years, and I also appreciate Ms. Hildy's leadership as a vice president. It certainly has been a very, very tumultuous 2 years, and I appreciate also the strategic planning process that we are still in the final stages of. And yeah, there's going to be a lot to work through next year. So welcome to the new leadership, and thank you to both Star and Alicia for their past leadership.
All right, Mr. Holloman.
Some more comments. I just wanted to say that one of the sad things about the current situation where we meet by Zoom, I think it does take a lot of the emotion and the affection out of transitions like this. But it's been a bumpy 2 years, but I think you've done a great job leading us through that. representing us as a voice, always keeping our concern for students as the first thing at the top of the heap, and dealing with all the stuff that's come down the pike. Financially, it's been difficult, and as Alicia said, several events that you just don't normally think are going to happen. Nobody talked about any of this stuff in the board trainings that we took a few years back. So we have to add earthquake training and pandemic training, and Lord only knows what's going to happen in the coming year. But thank you.
And I just want to say congratulations to our new officers. I will be there if you need me. We can do backroom, not backroom, I shouldn't say that, sorry. But I'll certainly be there if you have any questions. Not going anywhere. And just a reminder that, you know, it's not about one board member. Our power's not in one, our power's in 7. And I think we've shown that as a very, it's been a pleasure to be your president and to represent you in the media, but always to represent you and not myself.
And I look forward to taking you up on that offer. Ms. Margot, you had your hand up?
Yes, I did. I also want to congratulate the 2 incumbents, Andy and Dave, on their amazing wins and campaigns, and all that you bring to the board. I really look forward to our conversations week after week, month after month. And Star, I don't even know where to start. I know that when our paths crossed, probably about 10 years ago, you were advocating for our babies then, and you still advocate for our babies. You are like the ever ready bunny. I don't know how you get to the places that you get to. When you told me that you made a special trip this week to hear a conversation that was not our district, but another district, I will tell you that was very telling. That was very telling. And I will say that when I did get to have conversations and get to know the people at the state level and at the national level, they knew exactly who Star was. Their first question to me would be, where is Star? So you have made an impact. I appreciate you, and I still look forward to learning from you. I do. So thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I just want to say one more thing. So I was in my neighborhood, because, you know, I always have to say something. I was in my neighborhood, and one of our school buses was driving around delivering some things. And so I put on my mask and I jumped out of the car and I went over and I said, thank you very much. And it was just so nice to be able to see 2 people that were doing this and be able to thank them in person. So I really, I hope they realize how much that we appreciate them. And it just felt so good to be able to say to 2 people, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for all the kind comments. Star, I hope you really hear them. So right now, our next item of business, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn to the executive session for the purpose of lease negotiations.
Madam President, this is Margot.
Yes.
I move that we move into executive session.
Second.
All right, with that, this special meeting is adjourned. And if all are willing, we'll use our links and jump into the next one and start it at 6:20 if we can make it that fast.